What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday, April 29th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all of our other content goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman so you can get updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock. And finally, let me know in the comments section who is your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate. We are rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Lou Dort, Nikola Jokic, Josh Jackson, Karl Anthony Towns, and Killian Hayes on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites, my top 5 plays for today? It is time to find out. First up at number 5, we are paying all the way up, going to the power forward spot, 11,200, Giannis Antetokounmpo, projected for just shy of 59. The goal is just 61. He's in the optimal lineup 26% of the time. The pay-up options are nuts today. As you can see, Jokic and Towns already on this list, but I love getting to Giannis 35 minutes. I've got him at 1.68 fantasy points per minute for this game, 33% usage, 31.5 real points, 11.8 boards and 6 assists, plus 2 stocks in a pace-up spot against Houston. Now, obviously, the concern here is Houston not being able to keep it close. Giannis plays 28 minutes, not ideal. But Giannis in 28 minutes could very easily still go for mid-50s in points. And on a 6-game slate, it might not be the death sentence that it normally would be. So I am happy to pay up for Giannis. I expect we'll have enough value towards the end of the slate, or even paying up for 2 major guys in one lineup will be relatively easy. So Giannis right now comes in at number 5. One of the first places we can grab some value would be the shooting guard spot, and that's LANDRY SHAMET at number 4. He's 4,100, projected for 24. The goal is 36. He's in the optimal lineup 28% of the time. Now, Shamet's playing big minutes. Brooklyn is basically going to an 8-man rotation, so I've got him in for 32 minutes. Now, he's not very good. I've got him for 0.75 fantasy points per minute, but he's sort of usually a 0.65 guy. The benefit here is a matchup against Indiana. The defense is pretty bad when Miles Turner isn't in, and it's a giant pace-up spot for Brooklyn, which is pretty good for a team that is all offense. They gain 3.2 possessions over their averages. So I have Shamet in for 16 points and then very little else. 3 boards, 2 assists, maybe a stock. You're hoping you get there from the scoring, but at 4,100, at a shooting guard spot that is relatively thin today, I think paying down at shooting guard is easier so that you can pay up elsewhere. Now, I don't normally get to him, but I'm definitely getting there today. Number 3, Steph Curry. Point guard eligibility, obviously. 9,600, projected for 53. The goal's 55.5. He's in the optimal lineup 34% of the time. You can see we took a step up in tier. I've got him playing the full freight, 36 minutes, 1.47 fantasy points per minute with 37% usage. No Kelly Oubre, obviously no James Wiseman. That gives Curry a pretty big bump in offense. I have him projected for 37 real points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal in a pace-up spot against Minnesota. These are 2 of the 5 fastest teams in the league. Minnesota's defense is dreadful. This is the perfect spot for Steph Curry. You're going to need him to score, but he is dangerously close to being projected for 40 real points. I think that he can hang a pretty big number here, and at a $9,600 price tag, he's not even difficult to roster. We're staying on the Golden State Warriors. We're going to the shooting guard spot and grabbing Andrew Wiggins today. 6,700, projected for 36. The goal's 45.5. He's in the optimal lineup 36% of the time. Now, Wiggins plays a ton of minutes. I've got him in for that full 36. Again, no Oubre today. Just north of a fantasy point per minute, 1.01. So call it a fantasy point per minute. That's fine. That's 24% usage, 22 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. That same perfect matchup, pace-up spot against Minnesota, bad defense, and let's be honest here. There's a revenge narrative for Andrew Wiggins. He doesn't have to be on Minnesota anymore. He gets to play for the Golden State Warriors. That's a much better lot in life. Sorry, Minnesota fans. That has nothing to do with why I'm rostering him. I don't believe in any of the narratives, but it's absolutely a checkbox in the right direction for my number 2 contender. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and then hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Then head on over to Twitter. Follow me at Josh Engleman. It's the only place you can get the updates to my sim results. I'm not on live before lock tonight, so you really want to pay close attention to Twitter. And then finally, underneath this video, in the comments section, I need your favorite contender, your least favorite contender, and the contender that you think you should see on this list that I have not talked about. People aren't going to love this one, but I don't really understand how we could get away from it. It's small forward Kevin Porter as the #1 contender. He's 5,600, projected for 34.5. The goal's 41.5. He's in the optimal lineup 36% of the time. I have Porter in for 34 minutes. It's what he played in the return. We've got no John Wall. We know he's going to dominate the ball. He's just north of a fantasy point per minute, 17.5 points, 7 assists, 4 boards, a steal. It's a pace-up spot against Milwaukee. Obviously a very difficult matchup, but if it stays even remotely close, Kevin Porter Jr. and likely Christian Wood are going to be the two reasons that it happens. Maybe a little bit of Kelly Olynyk, I guess. But he's 5,600 at a small forward spot that we know is generally tough to fill. The minutes are there. The volume for Kevin Porter is there. I'm not going to overreact to the last game. I'm just going to play a ton of Kevin Porter. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday, April 29th. I had to take a little peek just to make sure I was right with the 29th. Process show is in the books. Go watch it. DraftKings version of this video is around here somewhere. Strategy show with Laffy breaking down these 6 games for today. That'll be at 10 a.m. Eastern. And then that's it for me. I'm done. But keep your eyes peeled for a Kentucky Derby contenders with myself and Ben Raza. And then that's it for me for the rest of the night. So you want to definitely be paying attention to my Twitter for updates later on. Good luck tonight, everybody. We are closing out the work week strong tomorrow with another edition of the Contenders.